Hi Joe, Saturday the 1st of May. You were talking about motivation and you were trying to figure out what your motivation is to go to the gym maybe, or to lift those really heavy weights that Dylan is making you lift. How are your chest muscles, by the way? Ugh, I couldn't think of anything worse, but you go girl, you go, you lift those heavy weights. But I reckon for me anyway, the motivation that works, I mean, you can see like I'm really motivated to get fit and go to the gym because I'm so, exquisite every day. But I find that if I'm going to do something and I find big motivation things don't help me, like going to the States. Let's get Slim to go to the States. Oh, I didn't. I'm still the same, I tried a little bit, lost a little bit, gained it. It's just big things don't work for me. Little things work for me. Discounting weight loss because nothing ever works for me. But little things like giving myself a star every time I do something, or crossing the number off on a calendar. Really, really simple stuff like that. I get motivated to do that and will do the task, whatever the task is, just to make that X from corner to corner on one of those really plain calendars. That would work for me. That might work for you. I worked with a girl years and years ago called Rochelle. She was saving a deposit to buy a flat, and she would draw circles, 10 circles, in her diary. And every time she saved, was in the back of her diary, and every time she saved $100 and put it into her savings account, she was allowed to colour one of those circles that she'd drawn. They were about the size of a 1-cent piece. You remember what those are? And she would colour that in. And so when she had 10, she'd have $1,000, you see. And I think she had like 5 when she was looking for a deposit. Anyway, and that motivated her because she loved colouring those in, and she would take like a few minutes just to carefully colour them in with pencil or a biro or whatever she had at the time. I think small things like that, especially for goals, even if it's a big goal like, say, losing a lot of weight, you can break it down into much smaller goals and then you give yourself a start. And I don't think you would even, to make it really work, don't even focus on the weight thing. So not like a star every time you lose a kilo. Well, why not a star every time you go to the gym? And your goal is 3 stars a week. So don't even think that it's a weight thing or every time you sort of can lift more weight or whatever. Take the focus right off that, so that the benefits of going to the gym are incidental to your goal. They're actually a side, they're not the actual goal. I think if you sort of, because I know that we're a bit crap at, and I'm saying we because I know that we both do it, because if we find out something works, we'll stop doing it. So we have to trick ourselves into doing stuff. So if we find that going to the gym helps you lose weight, or makes you feel better, or tones your body, or whatever, I don't know about you, but I would stop doing it just as soon as I figured that out. So I have to trick myself and say, well, I'm going to the gym so that I can collect 45 stars this year, and that would be my goal. And then I break it down, trick myself. I'm quite easily tricked, so I'm lucky. You're a bit smarter than me, so it might not work for you. I'd love to hear how Dylan's regime is treating you, and if you manage to keep up with it. Are you going to are you doing it at home? Have you got the weights at home, or has he got a gym, or do you go into the city? Do you do it, when do you do it? Do you do it after work? Does he tell me if his theory works? How are you feeling? And ask him, or tell me, how long before lifting those weights stops making your muscles hurt, or will they always hurt? I don't know. Details. I'd love details. See you. Have a good week.